Any day. Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. We're here, we're in the building. Before we do get started, want to anybody in the tri-state area, this weekend is a really heavy wrestling weekend. So tomorrow, in live time, shout out to Peter Rosado, a part of the Year Sports team, which is a part of the Jobbertears network, is having his second show, We Are Wrestling. It Was All a Dream, where Jobbertears podcast will be sponsoring Savannah Evans versus Jordan Blade. And we're super excited about that. And then, of course, we're sponsoring our little bro, Yaya, of course, as our sponsor athlete of the show. Tickets are still on sale. The show will be tomorrow in Ridgefield Park. So make sure to log on to social media for We Are Wrestling for more information on that. Or directly message Peter Rosado as he messaged me early this morning as I was watching TV.
Check out the latest episode of Dirty Heelz featuring me. We doing a breakdown of the car. We say our opinions with guest star Peter. So please check that out. It will be in the description below.
Awesome. And then Saturday night, HOG will have their second show since the pandemic, featuring Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black. Who else?
Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black, TJP versus Ken Broadway,
which is exciting.
You have Charles Mason versus Evander James of Hog PD.
So what is exactly Hog PD?
It's a gimmick. Did you see the
vignette?
I thought that there was really security guards.
That's why.
Yeah.
So it worked. It hit.
Yeah.
It's hit it. And plus, Evander James looks like a nigga that'll snitch.
Yes, he does. He does. Like,
I like him now.
No.
Right. That's the crazy part. Like, I feel like...
I really thought that he was... in my head.
Because of the vest, right?
I thought that he was security. I'm looking like, why I never saw him? He probably be in the back, whatever. I thought he was Red's mans. And then he knows that, Red got some beef. He was kind of like athletic. And then he ended up training. And now he's a wrestler.
Nah. That's a wild story you put together in your head. Because there was no evidence of this, but you put a great story together in your head.
That's the signs of a wrestling fan.
That was very creative of you, my nigga.
I mean, Red was the same guy who brought his cousin.
Yeah, I know. But
wait, the SAT niggas? Because I'm trying to figure out what's the correlation between them.
They're his cousins.
Okay.
Like blood cousins.
Okay, so I'll let y'all finish because we'll talk about that. Because I thought so we had went to, me and Danny, of course, on our adventures with Nelly Squared. We had went to the show main event was on because I wanted to surprise the boys. And I didn't know until the day before they were facing SAT. And I was like, I don't even know who the fuck they are. I don't know what that's about, but okay. And he's like, yeah, it's old school versus new school. They're, Red's cousins.
Yeah.
And I was just like, really? And then when I saw them in the ring, the whole shit was just amazing. Like,
I'm thinking that SATs might go against Prolific on Friday. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh.
They're not. But I don't think they're even going to show up. But
you don't?
No. It's called SAT. For people who don't know, SAT stands for Spanish Announce Table.
Announce Table, yeah.
So they're
and shout outs to them, like over 20 years in the game and wrestled for the first time in years last weekend.
Yeah, so they're related to Amazing Red, and so it's like a tree of it. They're the fake Anoa family,
right?
So it's SAT, it's Red, Zelina Vega. Also in that weird ass tree is Brian Axel. But for the most part, it's SAT and Red is like most people won't admit it, and people will be
the
like
creators of
modern day Red. They really are like one of the godfathers of modern day wrestling.
He just can't talk,
huh?
I bet you could talk. He would be up there with AJ.
Yeah, but Red admits that.
Yeah, because I kind of compare it to him like. You have to know wrestling. Like, he's like the MF Dooms. You understand? He's like the...
Yeah, he's the Underground King.
Yeah, Underground King, yeah.
He's the Underground King, so he's...
HOG comes off like an underground battle rap.
Yeah, so it's...
battle rap.
So they're the creators of the move called the Spanish Fly.
Yeah.
The real Spanish Fly.
I took that shit once. Imagine taking that shit from both of them.
So basically, which one? The one from the top rope or the one that just do a standing?
One from the top
rope.
So both of them,
both of
them get you.
Yeah, they both did it to Midas at the show, and we were all sitting there like, "What the fuck just happened?"
So it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
It's really just...
What's the worst move you taken so far?
The one move I'm never taking is the Winged Angel. The One-Winged Angel.
Okay.
Because what's name does something like that. So I forget the actual name of it. Because what's her name? From Jordan Grace. She does something like that too.
Yeah.
Where they put you on top, like upside down, tuck your legs in, and then it's kind of like a pile driver they're giving you.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that shit.
Have you did a moonsault before?
I'm too scared.
You can't do a moonsault?
He's not gonna get on the top rope. Really? That's why when he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a frog splash," I'm like, "Why?"
I can do a swanton bomb.
All right, so what's your 3 moves to do?
I can do a swanton bomb, elbow drop. The rest of that look pretty. The elbow drop look pretty. He said.
It's because your body. So it's because your body built.
Because
that's why.
The spine buster. That's your signature.
Spine buster.
Is that your signature?
The spine buster is you took the spine buster as your signature move.
Yes.
So that's your signature.
So signature moves are spine buster, frog splash. nigga, I'm doing
This nigga is a create your character.
What is your finisher?
Oh, the spine buster.
The spine buster.
Spine
That's
buster.
it. Wait, a spinning. Wait a minute.
What?
The
That's
spinning.
lazy.
No, I'm taking
spinning.
you
That's
and
dizzy
turn-
as
and
fuck.
spinning you with your rear
Yeah,
and then
slamming you. That's a little bit of work.
And then I want to add a power bomb.
Like
But
a pop-up power bomb or just
The
a regular
pop-up power bomb. A power bomb is great, but niggas is fat out here. I ain't trying to break my back.
Niggas got weight on them.
I ain't trying to break my back on a power bomb. Because if you're small, I can just toss you.
First of all, if a nigga is cruiserweight level and you're pop-up power bombing them, that's abusive.
But also for the density too, because some dudes may be big, but they light.
But I can still do it on most people. If you're under 200, if 200 under,
easy.
I can easily
That's light work.
pick you up. 250 niggas, I'm not doing that. There's no reason for me to do that.
But your deadlift, what?
Yeah, but I'm not doing a
people's
human.
different.
I'm not doing a human.
Too much factors.
And then I'm never taking a razor's edge. That
move is really like sus.
That move,
It's so many things that can go wrong.
It's like this.
Like look
you
what
literally
happened.
like this, and then somebody's tossing.
So trust fall to the opposite direction.
So you have,
like
to
it's
tuck
wild.
you have to tuck your head in it, and then you got to slap out. But speaking of Spanish announce table, they've been around for a minute.
Yeah, years. They've
been around for.
They had at the end of the show. Shout out to it was Expect the Unexpected. They put on their first show last weekend. They had like I don't know if it went viral, if it went on the internet, but they basically was out here challenging niggas. They was just like, oh, if Young Bucks think they the real tag team, come see us. And I was like, whoa, all right. How about we get a few more matches in before we just start throwing challenges left and right and all willy-nilly? What would be your 3 moves to do? So random, but...
Oh.
So and those that are watching on the live feed, what would be your 3 moves of doom? Like, I'm intrigued to see what everybody thinks they would do.
The moonsault. Like
the moonsault?
I have the most prettiest moonsault ever.
You can't do a moonsault. You can't do a moonsault. Oh, you're talking about if.
No. I used to do moonsaults into pools all the time.
That's me going backwards?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Moonsault's easy. So moonsault,
Because that moonsault in the pool.
drop kick. I feel like how that nobody can do drop kicks.
I can do a drop kick now.
Oh, now?
Drop kick.
Okay.
A drop kick and a step up shining wizard. Where they're on their knees and I step up, boom, right in their face.
He's envisioned this his entire life.
So this is what you fucking create a character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
First of all, you too.
Always. They always have these 3 moves. Always.
Oh, when is the new? Was it 2K? What, 22,
Comes out next
23?
year.
Come on next year, but from looks of it,
It's not gonna have nobody on
I
there.
don't have nobody on there. Yeah.
You got to download niggas?
Because they were gonna put NXT stars in there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then they shot themselves in the foot with that.
Then they pushed it back. Yeah, like it was released this year, November.
Yeah, that's
around
what I
Survivor
thought.
Series. But then everybody got released all at once.
Oh,
they had to
shit.
push it back even more.
Cause they have to figure out who's gonna be on the roster.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of release, let's talk about the first thing that's been circling the wrestling world today, as a matter of fact, in real time. I think it was last weekend they had a house show out in Texas.
Texas, yes.
And they had Usos and Roman versus Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, and Jeff Hardy.
And Sir Hardy.
And in the middle of the match, Jeff Hardy just exited stage left. And everybody's confused. And everybody's like, what's going on? So then the next day, I think they still were on the road doing house shows in Texas. And WWE had asked Jeff Hardy to, go home. It was like, listen, like yesterday was wild. Like, go take today off and stuff like that. And then we fast forward to this week. And he has officially been dropped. He's been released from WWE. WWE had there were talks of WWE offering him
Did they release
rehab.
a statement, WWE?
WWE hasn't as of yet that I've seen. But the sources it be
Fightful said
had stated that WWE had offered him the opportunity to go to rehab and he declined. And from there felt that it was in their right integrity, I guess, mind to release him because, what can you do after that? I'm sorry. When I read it, I got flashbacks of Sting and him, and I just was like, brother, oh man, this is not good. So what are your thoughts on, and it's crazy because it always feels like every time they want to push Jeff Hardy is when shit always fucks up. Literally. They had low-key been trying to edge him into the picture on SmackDown, the title picture on SmackDown, since they did, the swap, and everything. And he's been on TV a lot more. And them working the house shows like that just kind of puts him on put him on a different level than everybody else. So what are your thoughts on the new release on Jeff Hardy?
I say it this way. I don't know what it is. I don't think he did anything drugs. They thought that this is what I think. I think that they probably think that he was on something. They say, you know what, you need rehab. He probably say, no, I just need, just no. They say, you know what, they just cut losses from now and that's it. And honestly, I just hope for the best. There's nothing left to say is this is a man, like, we watching him dealing with his demons. Like, Jeff Hardy is our Lil Wayne. Like, no matter what, we always going to love Lil Wayne. We're going to love Lil Wayne, him and his 7 dreads. We're going to love him, him looking dehydrated. We always going to show Lil Wayne love.
Crusty.
That's it. Like, we support him when he says, all lives matters. No matter what, son, Jeff Hardy is the basic Lil Wayne of wrestling. That's it. So I'm not going to say the worst, say that he was on drugs, none of that. Why point out the obvious? So I'm over here going to promote goodness. Like, you know what? I don't know what it is. Hopefully, you're just tired out from being in the ring because Stone Cold a podcast, he was very energetic. You can see the bright future. He learned from the mistakes. So this is some of everything. I just think that we told him, let's cut our losses. If you say no, you know what? We just cut our losses. We see you down the road. Because Jeff Hardy will always have a job within wrestling.
Vince loves that nigga.
Yeah. He will
Vince
always have WWE.
That's a Virgo thing. You always want to fix everybody.
Vince loves that nigga.
So Jeff Hardy's going to be good forever.
Vince loves problematic niggas.
Jeff Hardy's going to be good forever. And Jeff Hardy can even
relate.
go to Impact will welcome him with open arms. New Japan will open him up with open arms.
I think a lot of people don't know this. His father died this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their father died in April. They were really close with their father. And
speaking of that, shout out to my son Nicholas. Happy birthday, dog.
Happy birthday, Nicholas.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Day 1-ish type shit. Happy birthday, love.
The original first fan.
The original member of the Jobber Nation.
Yeah. It's like top 5.
I think he's going through a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't think motherfuckers understand that road life is rough.
Thank you.
That road life is rough.
You're not sleeping right. You're not every day. You gotta get comfortable. Your energy is different.
So I'll give an example. When we went to North Carolina and we drove down there, that was a taste of what niggas do every day.
Yeah.
Like, we drove down there. The hotel wasn't bad, but it wasn't like some 5-star shit.
Mm. Oh, when we went for 4th of July?
No, we went with Isaiah.
Yeah, for 4th of July.
Yeah. So we went down there and we were prolific in general.
Yeah, because it was
Marcus.
Brandon.
It was Marcus and Isaiah. So we went down there.
There's both of them. Y'all was in one car and I was in another car.
Yeah, so we drove down there. That shit ain't comfortable, first of all. It's an 8-hour drive, 9-hour. I'm the passenger. I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
Now imagine the driver.
Like legs get cramped up.
Legs get cramped up. You eating like shit. You're not eating
diet,
your diet is fucked up. And the reason why I bring it up is like, it's hard. And your dad just passed away.
Yeah.
Even though it was in April, it's your dad.
Yeah.
Like
it was close. Yeah.
They were close. So it's dad. So is it drugs? I don't know. Yeah. Is it his mental state? I don't know. But like Janelle said, he denied help.
Yeah.
Because even if it wasn't drugs,
yeah,
he can see some type of therapy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, sometimes people don't realize it because we get so quick to when you hear rehab, you get a reaction like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God!" There are so many different levels to rehab where he could have been offered outpatient, where that's a little different than inpatient.
Yeah.
And there's so many different, once again, variables that are involved in that. But there's also too, his wife actually tweeted and saying like, "He's good, we're good." That'll be that because he hasn't gave out a statement yet.
Because Matt said he was good after that situation in Texas happened.
Yeah.
He's like, he's good, he's fine. But Matt's like any brother. He's like, yo, you know what? That's his business. And I don't want to put the stuff out.
I don't want to talk on his behalf.
Yeah,
he
so
has his own voice.
So I understood that. And then Jeff ain't going to say nothing. Jeff barely tweets.
Yeah. Like Jeff's gonna be all right. Like
Jeff's going to be okay. And yeah, I know I ain't a Jeff fan.
At all.
But
yeah.
But the nigga's an icon, B.
No. At the end of the day,
in the streets, yeah.
there is Jeff Hardy, the Enigma, and Jeff Hardy the man.
Is that his real name?
What, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Is it Jeff Hardy?
Let's see.
All right.
Because I've been kayfabe my whole life.
Yeah. So I think that's his name.
So I'm assuming that. So if Jeff Hardy, the Enigma, the character,
Yeah.
is one of the most beloved characters in
Yes.
all of WWE. But also, Big E tweeted out something. He was like, yo.
Yeah, he said Jeff Hardy is so beloved by his fans and his peers. I've never heard a negative word about him, and he's always treated me with such kindness. Just wishing him and his family the very best. That was the first thing that popped up, actually, when you mentioned it.
So it's he's a good dude, and he got his demons.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that.
So his name actually is Jeffrey Nero.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Hardy.
Yeah.
So see, and you have to understand, he been in the system since he was like 17, 16. He been WWE forever. So this is original homegrown talent. He always gonna have.
I didn't know that they were trained by Michael Hayes and
Yeah.
Dory Funk Jr.
You know where they were trained?
No,
They
where?
were trained in the back a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of WWE.
Backyard wrestling. Yeah.
No, it was
so great.
They started at backyard wrestling.
They started backyard wrestling, but the actual when they were being trained, it was in like a little makeshift ring in the back of the studio
See.
of
Oh, that's
WWE.
dope.
So the original, they're part of the original.
Yeah,
developmentally
they low key are like homegrown talent.
homegrown talent. So
So is Edge and Christian.
yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Edge and Christian, I
There's a
know
lot
that.
of homegrown talent, and that's on the subject.
So it kind of goes into the next subject. The N. I keep pronouncing this wrong. What's this shit called?
What?
Keep pronouncing it wrong. Hold on.
What's pronounced wrong?
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
What?
No, I'm talking about the NIL.
Oh, okay.
Because it goes into that.
Nothing wrong with that.
It goes into this is the issue a lot of people are having. They are saying the NIL is a slap in the face to independent wrestlers. That's what some people feel.
What, that giving people that are in college an opportunity to make money or
Potentially become wrestlers because some people are arguing that it's a complete dismissal of independent wrestlers. Like WWE's taking a route of like not, hey, this is our developmental. We're done looking for independent wrestlers. We're gonna develop our own talent. That is it.
Okay.
I understand that point of view because when you see that as an independent wrestler, you go, damn, do I have a chance now? Because it's like, shit, especially if you're like an older independent wrestler, like a 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh God.
my opportunity's over.
But were you thinking that before this even was a thing though?
Thank you.
What?
Wouldn't that be? Isn't that the mentality of some people even before this thing became a thing? Is that
Exactly.
damn? Is my opportunity like even with the shift of how NXT is now?
No, before that. I'm talking about even before then. Like people, there's just the whole process of what WWE's going through.
Right.
It's for many for what I'm seeing, and their thing is like they're completely turned off by independent wrestling.
Okay.
They don't want to deal with independent wrestling. They just want to build their own talent.
Okay.
But I don't see it that way.
Yeah.
I look at it how my boy used to play football,
Yeah.
and he said this: if you're nice, they will find you.
That's it. And the story.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like even on the indies, like, even before this and before NXT did the revamp and even just down the road, I think that's always when you're in that 30s and 40s kind of, range, your mentality is like, is this it for me? Like, you got niggas that are you got Austin Theory, who's not even hit 25 yet, if that, being fucking buddy next to on TV with Vince McMahon.
You see how Austin Theory looks?
That's a fact.
But
my thing is to that though is like, if they see something, I think they'll go for it. Because to be honest, Austin Theory was a pickup from when they ended up getting Evolve.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't even on some like they.
Nigga, do you see Austin?
Austin Theory is probably a terrible example because
It's
he's
a horrible example.
I'm gonna say this.
he's next coming up, so
I'ma
it's probably
say
a
this.
terrible
Terrible
example.
example.
But
I'm only say this. WWE always had a standard. Like, I was watching Beyond the Mat. One of the guys tried to audition, and WWE didn't like him because he was big, but like he didn't have the age. He was too old. So this is not a new thing. And
Yeah.
people, oh my gosh. Like back in the day, certain wrestlers said that, yo, that's Land of the Giants. So WWE always has certain standards. Now, everybody making a big deal. Who are one of the greatest people in WWE? They came from athletic backgrounds.
Oh, you can go down the list.
Stone
Kurt?
Cold, Triple H. Oh, they talk about one of the best
No,
class.
not Triple H.
Kurt?
Not Triple, because Triple H was the bodybuilder.
But that's still not a sport.
No, they're doing D1 athletes.
Yes.
D1
yes.
athletes.
And like, guess what? Dolph was a D1. Brock was a D1.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bobby.
D1.
Nigga,
Bobby
nigga.
Lashley
Bobby was a
D1.
national
Hold on.
champion.
Let's
Shelton Benjamin was
Let's pull it
D1.
back a little bit. The entire Ruthless Aggression era,
D1 athlete.
besides like,
John Cena was D2.
besides John
Edge.
Cena, I'm talking about the Ruthless Aggression, like new guys, not like the guys.
okay.
So besides Edge,
What, would you throw Batista in that or no?
and you can argue Batista because he was a bodybuilder, but besides Cena and Edge, because they were like particularly they were more bodybuilder guys.
Yeah.
The niggas was straight out of college.
And people still played sports.
Have you watched Ruthless Aggression era, the new one?
No, I haven't yet.
There's one you have to watch where they talk about OVW.
I'm gonna watch that one.
And they talk about OVW, FCW, and how it came about. That's how I knew about how Matt and Jeff were in the fucking backstage.
The back. Okay, that
yeah.
was like, nigga, you did
Like,
some
come
research.
on, like, yo, all these
So-
people are prestige and athletes.
So, Jim Cornette's on there because Jim
you know I
Cornette was
love
the
me
one
some
who
Jim.
came up with the
OVW.
OVW.
Yeah.
Correct. He still talks about it from here.
So he said something that it's just like we all knew this, but it blew my mind because Jim Cornette, he's like, yo, Shelton Benjamin was one of the greatest athletes
Thank you.
he's ever seen.
Thank
like
you.
type of shit. He hyped up
He
Shelton.
loves Shelton.
He's like
Thank
his
you.
only problem.
He likes him. He likes Bobby.
He can't talk.
He say his only problem. He can't talk on the mic. He can't.
Thank you.
He couldn't talk himself out of a paper bag.
Athletic guys that came from D1. People forget. And I gotta tell people, all they watch is the product. Chad Gable came from the Olympics. Niggas came from
Able
prestige.
Gable, yo.
Look at Bianca Belair from the streets, from
track and
athletic
field.
background. Yo,
Yeah.
you have Naomi, a cheerleader. Niggas have athletic backgrounds. Some of these dudes in the indies, same thing. All your precious AEW, your indies dudes, MJF, when they announced him, yo, he had football
when my man
background.
came out with the football
Come on,
Letterman
son.
jacket last
MJF
night.
killed it last
Killed
night.
it.
Nigga, MJF killed
And you
it.
know what? I'm proud of the fans because they gave CM Punk the heat that he was supposed to get.
Oh, some real
Low
shit.
bullshit.
I know we going off subject. Yo, they both killed it, my
Killed
niggas.
it. Killed it.
Yo, it was so. You know I go to sleep early, so I go to sleep at 9 o'clock now. So
Oh, so you cut that first hour. That's actually all you needed though. Last night, actually.
So I cut about first hour and I canceled like whatever.
Like when they did the 8-man tag, I checked out. I said, oh, no, I'm good.
We'll talk about AEW in a second because there's a lot of things I had problems with. But that first 20 minutes,
Yeah, solid.
beautiful. Like to go back to MJF, I didn't even know he was popping like that.
Long Island, yeah.
I didn't know he was the man.
Yeah.
No wonder he acts this way. It fits him perfectly.
Yeah.
But to go back to what you're saying, to me, I think it's disheartening. But I want every independent wrestler that's listening to this right now. A couple of things. WWE is not the end all be all.
It's not.
Let's get that straight. That's number one thing. Number two, if you market yourself right, do what you need to do on an independent scene,
Yeah.
you can make fucking bank. And I'll give you an example. This is a gay wrestler named Effie. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, Effie.
Effie makes 6 figures working the independent
I
scene.
love him.
You know why? He markets himself.
He knows his audience, though.
He knows his audience. Granted,
To be fair.
my gay, lesbian, and trans
LGBTQ plus
community.
I thought that was a Maurice. I ain't gonna hold you. I got
The LGBTQ plus community, they be supporting.
They do.
But that's not only his only community that supports him. The straight community supports him too because he's good. But to go back to what I said, 1, WWE ain't the end all be all.
Thank you.
2, you can make a ton of money if you market yourself and work the shit
Look at the Young Bucks.
out of the game. An example, Young Bucks. Another example, even great example, that's modern day example, is Effie. Number 3, if WWE is your dream, if you're nice enough, they will find you.
Yeah.
And also, too, I mean, granted, we're in the business where it helps to know certain people, too. Networking, it has the powers sometimes that people really take for granted. And just having a simple conversation and just being like, hey, just being regular can get you to places you wouldn't even imagine.
Do interviews,
either.
niggas. Instead of being socially awkward, do interviews. And for heaven's sakes, yo, like, y'all go on YouTube, look at other niggas' matches. But yeah, y'all go on YouTube and develop your social skills. Hey, I have social anxiety. There's a ton of YouTube videos for that. You know, if you see, like, yo, ask for help. You know, nobody's too good. If you see somebody who speaks very well, hit them up. Hey, blah, blah, blah. If you don't want to help you, at least you reached out. At the end of the day, you are the biggest investment. And you are your biggest.
You have to invest in yourself.
You have to invest in yourself. And
that's what Gargano said. He said, listen, you got to take a risk. You got to take a risk on yourself.
And understand this. Make yourself your biggest supporter and your biggest role model.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when stuff goes wrong, who else going to be there? You and God.
Yeah.
So just believe in yourself.
And I think it's not a slap in the face because all the motherfuckers ain't gonna make it to the E.
Thank you, people. You know what it is.
Listen,
people
it's
just
not the
have
90s.
excuses.
It's not.
DDP was a diamond in the rough. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Diamond in the rough. So, but it's not to say that it can't be done.
Yeah.
But it's just that, you know, you got to work 10 times harder than somebody that's 21. You
And
got
just keep on working.
You
That's
got to
it.
be able to differentiate yourself than the typical. I'm the wrestler. Here I am. Hear me roar. Like you have to be able to carry yourself in a certain way.
You have to market yourself
to make sure that people notice who you are.
Let me read it out what it actually is.
Read what?
This is so people who are talking want to know. Ooh. So, just in case for people who don't know, WWE announced the first participants in an NIL, Name, Image, and Likeness program. The sports entertainment giant has selected 15 college athletes to take part in an inaugural version of the Next in Line program, as they call it. With the class encompassing participants in sports like track and field, basketball, amateur wrestling, and football. Among these taking part is AJ Ferrari, the wrestler from Oklahoma State, as well as Haley and Hannah Kavinder, basketball players from Fresno State. The full list of participants athletes can be seen below. WWE first announced the Next in Line on December 2nd. It builds on the NIL policy established by the NCAA in July 2021 that allows college athletes to monetize their name, image, and likeness. The 15 participants join previous announced WNIL deal holder Gable Stevenson, the heavyweight wrestler who won a gold medal at Tokyo Olympics. Under the Next in Line program, WWE will look to recruit and develop future stars by collaborating, remember, keyword, collaborating with college athletes and allow them to access the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. In addition, recruits will be able to utilize WWE resources such as brand building, media training, communicating, live event promotion, creative writing, and community relations. Upon completion of the NIL program, select athletes may earn an opportunity to be offered a WWE contract. This allows WWE to work with college athletes more than ever. So, it puts money in niggas' pockets.
So basically, let me get this straight. When WWE does what sports does, like the NBA have a sponsorship just like that, and they paying people. Like D-Wade's son plays for the Jazz developmental league. Shout out to LeVar Ball to basically start his own, but like the NBA adapt. he started his own. It didn't do so well, but the NBA saw how the idea was and they took it for their own. There's nothing wrong with what they doing. You just making niggas getting money in their pocket. So why can't niggas eat, B?
I think because some people just are so quick to be against certain things and not really just hear it and see it through. And that, I mean, that's just in life in general. People, you know, haters gonna hate.
I don't understand. Like, you think that
Haters
WWE is
gonna
such like
hate.
a damn, like, you hate them so much, but yet you buy all the video games, you buy all their merch, and you're at every event, and you always write about that. So if they that bad, so why you give them the money then?
It's to be determined.
And my thing, it makes no sense. Like AEW is an alternative. You got other stuff, Impact, but AEW is like a legit competitor. You complain about that.
They're not a competitor though, but continue.
So it is because it's different. Like no.
competing with them.
Regardless, it's still some kind of competitor, some kind of competition. Regardless, regardless in NBA,
I don't agree,
It could
but
be
okay.
the worst team versus the best team. It's still a competition,
well,
regardless.
that's different though.
No, it's the same thing. It's the levels. It's still competition. You don't take anything lightly. Anything. Like, for example, elephant, right? If he see a rat, he making me stop it, but he understand that's still a threat. Regardless how small it is, it's still kind of a threat. Yes, he can stomp it, but at any moment, the mouse could go up there and bite him in his eye. Boom. We're going to say, how you done to the
Bite him,
elephant?
but he's
how
not
you done to
dead.
rat, elephant?
There's a shit ton of money to be made, and niggas ain't trying to drop no bag. That's just my philosophy.
But niggas ain't really trying to work for the bag either.
What do you mean?
Because you have some people that are on the indies that may get opportunities, but then don't take them. Don't take them.
Well, niggas is lazy.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're right. Niggas is lazy. Niggas
I'm
is straight
saying,
lazy.
like, at the end of the day, there's tons of opportunities, and really at the end of the day, it boils down to you making the opportunity for yourself.
Why don't
Like-
people just get, like, for example, if you always at this, let's say, House of Glory, you always there, right? Why not a wrestler like who always there get like a sponsorship locally from one of these people? Like, hey, you know what? The Jamaican beef patty store. Let me put your logo right here, dogs, and then I can advertise it.
Well, people don't think outside the box.
Like, yeah,
You're asking somebody to think. People are
And
lazy.
people don't do that. People like things to be like, here, now use it, instead of building it and then using it.
But this is why I say Encore is
think
the
of
man,
it like
son.
think of it like Legos.
This is why I say Encore is the man, so in a complete package.
Encore is next up.
Bro has a sponsorship with Bang and like 3
Yeah.
other brands.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, it's like, and he has his own clothing line.
What called
How
Arm?
old is he?
He's 25.
Shout out to Encore.
Yeah, he has his own fitness clothing line called Renown. Like that's exactly what we're talking about. He's one to feel like if anybody wants to learn something, go to Encore's page. Like even his promo videos for his matches, he makes his own vignettes.
Oh, well, I mean, I would hope so.
No. He makes his own like WWE type quality
Like production
vignette.
and everything.
Vignettes. Like he has some landscape and some
Thank
random
you, Stephanie Hardy.
some landscape somewhere and stuff of that nature. It's he has his own vignette type of shit. Like you have to understand, like you have to put in work. This if you want this badly enough, you put the work in. It's not an overnight shit. Like y'all can say what y'all want to say about Jade. She's working with Fenty.
Listen, and Fenty bras is legit, and makeup is legit. I can attest to that.
That's what Mikey said.
That's not what he said,
How you know?
because he didn't say anything.
How you know?
He be like, yo, damn. B.
First of all, because Fenty bras are a little expensive, so I haven't worn Fenty bras in a while. But when they had the pop-up store here in New York, when she first came out, I definitely had got 2 bras, and it lasted a very long time. But he wouldn't say that now. And I don't wear makeup, so he definitely wouldn't have said anything about Fenty either. But let's move on. I caught something on WrestlingInc.com. Shout out to Raj, because you know he's my BFF.
Shout out to Roz.
Which I thought was super like random but interesting. So there's an article about Eddie Kingston names WWE and AEW superstars he does not respect.
Okay.
And I thought it was interesting. He said the shit with Punk was real. He said
Punk's a bitch.
He said the thing with Punk, I guess you could say the promo, it wasn't a promo. He doesn't like me, I don't like him, and we've had a lot of things to say to each other, and that we've
Punk's a
never
bitch.
had the chance
Punk's a
to
bitch.
say to each other.
Great talent. Punk's a bitch. Keep going.
Who else did he say? He mentioned Cesaro, the former
Suck ass
partner.
nigga. Everybody saying that so far, I'm okay
Chris
with.
Hero.
I heard he's a bitch. Keep going. It's a great list so far. I'm with Eddie.
Then he goes into the AEW pool. He says Eddie Kingston also revealed that he isn't necessarily the biggest fan of the AEW tag team, the Young Bucks, either. Though he claimed long ago he was close to them than fellow Elite member Cody Rhodes. That said, Kingston credit them for why the AEW locker room. He said the reason the Bucks, Cody and Kenny, they're the reason the locker room is the way that it is. They wanted to do it old school way. They didn't want it to where you have to walk on eggshells and scare about breathing the wrong way.
That's good.
But he still said he don't fuck with them. But I just thought I was like, whoa.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm not surprised.
I mean, if everybody's on the list, I'm okay with it.
How though?
What?
I mean, that's how I feel. Like, that's how you feel.
Is that me?
That's how you feel. Like, he was honest. He explained. He didn't say I didn't like them. He explained why. And one thing about it is he gave them credit. They made the locker room very filling. Everybody could walk in there. So the fact that he's able to acknowledge, like, I don't like them, but I understand that. Cool. That means that he respects them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
again, he could have killed Punk in that match, but he didn't. There's some level of respect there. So, like, everybody thinks that these wrestlers want to kill each other. Yeah, but they understand that, yo, if I kill him, like, there's no more bread. Like, it is what it is. That's what's his name.
But I just thought that was interesting. Okay, we can talk about Jade, and then we'll move on to talk about War Games, which everybody thought was like not good, but I actually enjoyed it.
Morgan was fire.
I enjoyed it, so I don't know what.
Solid.
So, but we'll get to that because once again, a lot of people, and I think it attributes to why everybody feels like it's always AEW versus WWE. It's two different things, two different times, two different levels. Like so.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about Jade a little bit. She had deactivated her Bluebird.
Now, but she
a few days ago, it was deactivated from what I heard because y'all know I'm not on the Bluebird and I'm not getting on it. But there were a lot of negative comments geared towards her after she had tweeted. What was the actual tweet? I don't want to.
What did she say?
She said, why you white people hate black people? Oh, my bad. That's not exactly what she said.
That's not. So hold on.
Sorry, man.
My man over here said that's hilarious though.
Someone said, why does Eddie Kingston don't like Cesaro?
Oh, they used to be partners. I think they used to be partners ROH.
No, I think it's because he didn't put him over. He didn't let him put him over.
Oh,
but I think it goes back to ROH days.
Yeah, it's ROH days because he wouldn't put him over in the match because he was leaving and he wouldn't put Eddie over.
It's just respect. Yeah, okay, but go ahead. What was the tweet that she said?
Let's look.
Shout out to everybody who's in the comments right now.
Oh, yes. Thank you to everyone that's watching
who may be watching
and
after
viewing.
This. You, too, could be part of the show. Tune in on every Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Around
1:30,
2. Around
1:30 until, like,
2.
So
about 3:30.
You can be part of the show,
normally.
too, man.
She said,
what she said was on Sunday, so this past Sunday, she said, what do some... in parentheses, not all of you fans have against black women wrestlers. I hear it so much and it sickens me. It's 2021. Roll eye emoji. I'm talking about it because everyone else is scared. I'm not. But then right after that is when she deactivated the Bluebird. But let's see. Yeah, December 5th is when she tweeted that.
But go ahead.
And then what she continued to say was, it's not just about me. It's about black women wrestlers in general, and lie about it and say you don't see it. Guess I can't keep it real on Twitter or even ask a question anymore for understanding. Ha, LOL, demon emoji, laughing emoji. So before we'll all give our own takes on it. So, you guys can go first.
It's not our business.
What do you mean?
The thing is, we can say
it affects everybody.
But the
though.
thing about it, you're the black woman here, so I think you should go first.
But
I'm not going to talk on behalf of Yob. I'm going to talk on behalf.
No. I mean, in behalf
of her
of
go first,
what your point of view would be.
Yeah, but I'd rather you go first though, because it's like you're a black woman in the wrestling space.
Where do I begin? Because y'all know I'm not on the Bluebird. It's not my shit. But it was funny because you said something on your coffee talk. Literally, I didn't see it, and then I posted something in our Facebook group. Make sure to add yourself into our Facebook group, Jobbertears Podcast.
And have actually a picture of yourself. You have a random picture. I'm not adding you
because it's sus and it's weird, and you should have a picture of yourself. But anyway, who's still catfishing in 2021. But anyway, so unbeknownst to knowing that you said something, I had posted in the group and was just like, y'all not really ready to have that conversation, because people always thinks they first go to it being like a technical thing. So like, I know some people were commenting and saying like, well, Jade's green and she doesn't work well in the ring, she doesn't connect with me,
do anything.
Blah 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 blah.
It's not the point.
Correct. And that's what I had to kind of like break down, in a sense where the comment isn't so much about actual technical wrestling. It's the fact that, for example, if you put up a white counterpart, same green, same inexperience, against Jade, who may still once again be green and inexperienced, Jade, no matter what, will still get the most comments, the most hate, the most drag through the mud, because she is a black woman. And that's just facts. You can have, and it's every day that happens to, once again, black women in wrestling, where you can be the premier athlete, you can be the top of the tier, you can, have all these things in front of you, and yet still people will drag you through the mud because you are a powerful and an outspoken black woman that really becomes unapologetic. That's why it saddens that people don't really talk about Trish like that. Trish Adora, who's the Pan-African Diaspora champion. It's sad that people don't talk about certain, things that go on in the independent and on the mainstream of wrestling that, black women have a take on, and it's just always where you have, it's almost 2.5 strikes against you walking through the door. So even for me personally, once again, being a part of a male dominant I guess sport, in a sense, and podcasting, and also having relationships on the indies, you got to kind of work twice as hard, because people don't take you serious. They don't take you face value. They just they already write you off before you even able to defend yourself or able to show what you really can do. And it really is just, it's worth a conversation to have. I wish this was a red table, but it's a conversation to be had, because as women, and especially black women, we tired, we are exhausted. Naomi had just posted, because I think someone was asking her about how does seeing the comments on social media affect your in-ring. She just spoke about it, and she said it affects me tremendously, because I honor my craft. It's something that I take serious, something that you love and that you hold dear to yourself. You take that to heart and you take that serious. And when people shit on it for not really knowing the trials and tribulations that you go through, that it makes it 10 times harder. Like, even for me in doing the podcast, when people would say certain things about the podcast and direct it either to you or to your brother, it's like you shoot at one, you shoot at all of us. And because you're not here every week, you're not with us through the grind and through struggling, like, you don't understand. And we take that shit personally. We take that shit to heart, because it's like, am I not enough? Because as a black woman, that's what you think. That's the automatic first thing you think of is, am I not enough for this business? Am I not doing enough for this business? And there's so many women of color that are trailblazing, even from then to now to the future, in wrestling, that needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be respected. And it's so hard at times, because you don't have the support and you don't have people sticking up for you that actually can also attribute to knowing your story and your struggles. So that's why, there's strength in numbers, there's power in that, and it really takes a village to be able to grow, I think, within the business. And that's the one thing I've always loved about not only our podcast, but also having relationships with other independent promotions, is like, we've built this community where all we try to do is uplift each other, and all we try to do is try to do bigger and better things, because if they won't, then who will, kind of thing. So that's my 2 bits in it and a biscuit.
I'm keeping it all simple. A lot of niggas have low self-esteems and
little dicks.
Little dicks are like,
little dicks?
No.
Little
honestly,
dicks and insecurities.
Yeah. Honestly,
I get you.
I'm gonna
I
break
get you
this down,
nowhere.
and like, you've been around the whole red pill community. You had to do a show similar to red pill. Honestly,
red what?
Red pill community. There's a whole little community,
Okay.
Never.
No.
Nevertheless, though, a lot of men,
somewhere.
like black women in general, always get ridiculed for just being a premier athlete. You know, like Jazz got it back in the day. Bianca gets it. You know, Serena Williams gets it. You know, Michelle Obama gets it. Like, oh, she's a man. Megan Thee Stallion's a man because they don't fit the stereotypical European look that Europeans set many years ago. A lot of these white men have pancake booties. And white men love their pancake booties. You know, shout out to Dave Chappelle for that skits. And
little cupcakes.
Exactly. They love it. So at the end of the day, a lot of white men love the idea, love black pussy, but don't love the black woman. And that's simple.
Say it louder for those in the back.
And that's simple. And sad to say, a lot of black men the same exact way because they got hurt. So instead of them going to therapy, dealing with that hurt, they always saying that, oh, women, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But then don't even say that, maybe I did too much. Maybe that me doing this and me being overbearing and me coming with my money instead of my personality, this is why she didn't fall for me. A lot of men don't do that healing. And in wrestling is women in general got out. I'm not trying to all women matter this, but it's you're a woman and you're a black woman. That's already 2 strikes because they don't respect us already. We always got to tip-tats and dance for these niggas. We always got to tip-tats and dance for these fucking crackers for what? And on the same exact time, us that look like us reinforce these crackers, laws, and things. Why do some of us still criticize Jay, say the same exact thing that our white peers is echoing? Why can't we lift our black women up? No, we do not because we had so much time hating ourselves as black people. At the end of the day, personally, a man and a black man is, I am sorry that our kind was not sticking up for y'all, that we should have a long time ago. And that's no excuse. Because at the end of the day, our voices should be louder than our white peers. Because this is all we literally got. Because at the end of the day, when everything comes down to it, though, son, just because you're in whatever position, make this kind of money, you still a nigga driving a Lambo. That's it. And we need each other more than ever, especially in the wrestling space. And let's support each other. Yes, this woman's kind of masculine, but you see your mother, like, she's shaped like a whale. So net supports all shapes right now.
All right.
No, nothing to say.
You ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, it's
There's nothing to say.
it's
Niggas is tired.
no. This is
For
it.
real, for real.
This is it. The standard and the bar that they hold for black women wrestlers is really fucking high. And I've been honest on the show about everybody that I have a feeling about. When Bianca first came around, you guys already know how I felt about Bianca, but I always said that there's potential there.
Yeah. We never criticize her as a woman.
But
in ring. That's it.
It's in ring.
That's it.
But the way that people go about when it comes to black female wrestlers is like, it's real like.
It's real personal.
Yeah, it's like real personal and it's real malicious.
And that,
it's never constructive criticism.
It's never like, well, you did this wrong. Maybe here's a recommendation to do this right. Which is why my example of you put a white counterpart up against any black female wrestler that is the same thing and they check all the same boxes, you're still going to criticize the black woman more than the white female.
We could criticize, like, Booker T bigged up Naomi and criticized, like, gave her constructive criticism, and we still turn them down. We still tear them down.
No, but
why would you do that?
No, it's not. It's not that. It's because a lot of times it's not what you say; it's how you say it. And the way he came off was very condescending.
And I think Booker's a terrible example.
But no, but it's you have to. And that's what I'm trying to say is that it's not what you say; it's how you say it. And a lot of times, the stuff that it says comes off very condescending and malicious. They're not saying, "Oh, I'm not a fan of Jade." Okay, cool. It's Jade fucking sucks. She's horrible. She should never be in the ring. She's trash. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to the next step. But we acting like Chris Statlander never made mistakes in the ring. How many times she's botched in the ring? I mean, she's gotten better. Hold on. She's improved. Mm-hmm. Britt Baker.
Oh, I definitely said that to somebody else. I commented on the Facebook post that I posted, and I was just like, what really does, I said, to be honest, Britt Baker is smoke and mirrors because her promo skills are out of this world. So because of that, it overshadows her actual in-ring. So therefore,
not as good as Enzo, but she's close.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't mind Enzo.
Because Enzo on the mic is smoke and mirrors, in the ring he's kind of terrible. He got good at towards the end.
Yeah, but the thing about it, but that's what I'm saying. Champion. We let people who aren't black grow. but we don't let black women grow.
Or make the same mistakes. Or be able...
It's like, and it goes back to what you said, and what she said is that we have to be perfect, especially a black woman.
Yeah.
Mistakes can't be made because once a mistake is made, I'm going to replace you with another black woman because I need to build this diversity.
And not even that, because even though you want to, sorry, I had to come away. Even when you want to showcase other black women, you still don't.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you guys a question.
Don't.
Because even outside of wrestling, us black people expect us to do 10 times more. So do you think that we still carry that? We gotta go hard on our own people because we are.
It's a lot of times it's we just feel that we don't like what we like and we just and
we're very vocal about it.
But the problem is with me is that they talk about how she always call her a man.
Yeah.
My issue is you may not be attracted to that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That is your preference.
Yeah.
Keep that shit to your fucking self.
Listen, when she came out with that high knee dress on, I said, "Ooh, bitch, I wish I could do that."
That's true.
Sometimes you don't need to say something.
Like Bekki when she had like a little skimpy outfit.
She had her cupcakes out?
Like all the black men was like, oh, she has a fat cake, da-da-da-da.
She really did.
No, she didn't. She
had
pancake
cupcakes.
booty.
But the thing is, regardless.
But again, they like it.
But regardless.
They liked it. Okay, cool.
But regardless of that is that if you don't like something, you don't always need to say something so fucking negative.
And not everything warrants a comment either.
You can just be like, yo, that's not me.
That ain't for me, dog.
That ain't for me.
Not my cup of tea.
That's not my cup of tea. Cool, we move on. But when the malicious hate comes behind it, that's the problem. And people's like, oh, she's trying to race bait. No, she's not. She's just saying that this is an overall situation.
And this is a thing that has been going on even before she even got to AEW.
They were chanting, they were calling Sasha Ratchet when she first started in NXT. They were chanting
because of her gimmick.
Ratchet. But the thing about it, have they ever chanted Ratchet when Carmella did it? When she got to NXT?
Yeah. Did the same thing.
It's the same exact, almost the same exact thing.
She's not even from Long Island.
Yeah,
no,
she's Staten Island.
She's not from Staten Island.
She's
She's
from
Boston.
She's from Boston.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is,
what's in Kofi.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
The Jamaican thing is a little worse, but
my
still
thing,
black though.
But my thing's the same exact thing because why they chanting Ratchet at Sasha, but they don't chant Ratchet at Carmella.
What I'm saying. I think at the end of the day, and we'll move on. I think at the end of the day, for me as a black woman, I would just rather people keep the same energy. Like if you're gonna shit on one, shit on the other. If you're gonna talk bad about one, talk bad about the other, and it not be so much going down towards it being a race thing. It's just being a thing. But I also to that think that it's so important that we continue to support each other and other black sisters that are in wrestling that have been doing the damn thing, that have been unsung heroes, that have been people that have been working behind the scenes and not, so much doing it for the fame and for the fortune and all that shit. Like, it's just so important that we continue to support those individuals.
So listen. If you want to support the black women, especially in the media side and the wrestling side, look for them. There's plenty of people in the media. We have Queen Kiki. She does her thing.
Kiki want me on Twitter.
She has her own thing, especially she's an AEW fan. So all you AEW fan listening to this, go follow Queen Kiki.
You got Stephanie Hardy.
You have Stephanie Hardy.
Mama Dirt Sheets
of the Hardy Show. Yeah. She's not related to the Hardy Boys.
At all. But
you have her. Yeah. You have Black Girl Magic going to have a show next year. Support. Yeah. Support these people.
But
Shantice is part of Talk of Champions. Support.
So I have a question. Here comes a bigger question. I feel like we can never have an honest conversation about nothing. Because let's say he had an honest conversation about this. Somebody might come in and it's like, oh, he's race baiting, or he punching up, he's punching down. It's always a freaking term to have something. No. Because
you're right. You're right.
All three of us have an honest conversation. You may have to say something that's a little offensive, but you're talking very raw. You may say something to offensive, to raw, but it's like this is a place to get everything out.
But the problem is, and this is the problem, and I said it before. People lack empathy. I'm not a black woman. I never will be one. I'm not gonna transition to that.
Yeah.
My butt may be big, but I'm not a black woman.
You never know how it feels to be a black woman.
I will never know. But at the end of the day, if a black woman is telling me this is what they go through, I have to listen.
Of course.
And I have to I may not fully understand, but I have to listen and respect what they're saying, their perspective, and that's the problem.
But is the other person like this? Okay,
but that's their problem.
That's just and I think
That's their
so.
problem.
you see, that's not fair. Like this in general. Like we always have like you may have your concern as a black woman. I go, okay, I listen to you, but the moment that I say something in that offense, like let's say you ask me like, why do it's hypothetically speaking, why do black men slap black women all the time? I may have a legit explanation. You may not like it. Couch is over. Oh, you doing this, that, third. And my brother said you have to say a certain type of way. Your tone. You did this. Da 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 da. I'm looking like, yo, we don't like. It's so hard just to have honest conversation.
But the thing about it, people cannot
micromanage everything we do.
People can't have a conversation. People don't have conversations. That the problem is we have conversations online. We don't have face-to-face conversations.
Niggas don't go out.
And that's one. And number two, it's not respecting a person's point of view.
And then also too, and once again we'll move on. I think what it boils down to is not that we can't have real and serious conversation, because honestly we can get a room full of people and be like, listen, this is a safe space. Listen, no one's gonna come disrespectful, no one's gonna say anything, and that's fine. But the one thing though is that you're not going to be able to affect and cater everyone. You're not going to be able to tell the most ignorant person in the room your point of view when they've already in their mind have settled on, this is what I think, this is what I know. You can't infiltrate that type of system. However, what we can do is continue to encourage our sisters in wrestling to continue to doing the things that they're doing in front of the camera and behind the camera. As a person, you have everybody has an individual social responsibility to be able to either decide whether you're going to go into it open-minded or not. And once again, if you're closed-minded, then that's on you. That's a you problem. That's not a us problem. What it becomes an us problem is when we don't, like, we say all these things and we don't show action to those things. That's when it's an us problem. So when you sit here and, you know, whether you're a black man, Hispanic man, Asian man, whatever, if you're going to sit here and say, I support black women in wrestling, and you don't show up when we need the support, then what you're saying is invalid and it's not meant for me. And that's really what it boils down to. Okay. So if you're gonna be about it, whether it's a black woman thing or a black or a us thing, us as black wrestling fans or whatever the case may be, if that's your stance on that shit, please put it in action. Please support independent wrestling. If you see other promotions, whether it's Battle Club, whether it's We Are Wrestling, whether it's whatever, whether it's BCW, whatever it is in your city, in your town that supports athletes of color, and that's your stance, support that shit. Don't just sit there and say like, oh, I love my black women, but then yet don't buy merch, don't go to shows, don't interview anybody, don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Don't be that person then you don't support us, and we don't need that type of shit.
You're right.
Facts, B.
There's nothing else to
Bars.
say. All
right, so let's
on the table, my
that's
nigga.
what I'm saying.
War games.
Yo,
cool.
hold on. I want to say one thing.
Oh,
Dear Rockstar Games, y'all a bunch of hoes.
wait, what?
You bought it?
No, hold on. I didn't buy it yet, but I'm about to. And I'm a bitch for buying this shit.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Niggas asked for Grand Theft Auto 6, right? But instead, niggas get a side story. Niggas, we don't want no side story. We don't want no new shit.
You got the prelude,
Niggas
With
give
Franklin.
with Franklin and Dr. Dre. I don't fucking care. Why is Dr. Dre about fucking games right now?
I want 6.
I mean, think about it. I'm gonna buy it. My dumb ass is gonna buy it. But I know it's nothing about wrestling.
It's cheap.
I know there's nothing about wrestling.
I'm so confused.
Rockstar Games, y'all a bunch of hoes and bitches.
Make sure you clip that and tag them.
Niggas want Grand Theft Auto 6. Stop with this side story, these remake shit.
Aren't they building it up? No.
Niggas don't care. We do not care about Franklin and Dr. Dre side story. Nigga, give me Grand Theft Auto 6.
Here's the thing.
Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 6.
Wait, so what's the name of the game that's coming out
Grand Theft
now?
Auto 5. It's like a side story online.
Wait, so it's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, it's a side story online.
So they haven't given you 6 yet.
No.
But niggas don't want a side story. Stop giving me shit I don't want.
6? Like
Well, maybe you don't want it, but somebody
5
else
came out for 3 different presidents: Obama, Trump, and Biden.
What?
It's 12 years ago, my nigga.
Yeah.
Wait,
12,
shit.
15 years ago, son.
But that's how the fuck I felt about the new Sex and the City show that's on HBO Max. And just like that, because listen, I'm not gonna ruin it for the ladies and gents that do like Sex and the City and haven't watched it yet. Not gonna ruin it for you. But the 2 fucking episodes that's on HBO Max, y'all niggas got a week, because nah, fuck that. Y'all got 48 hours to watch that shit. Because I caught up on it after. Yes,
Is it
I'm
over?
caught
Is
up.
the season over?
No, not yet.
How many episodes?
I don't know. They're what, episode 7 now?
Damn, I just want to watch.
No, so I caught up on that this morning. Actually, after I watched.
Issa's confused.
So
Can you not ruin this for me?
I won't. But Molly's ass. Stop, Molly. Listen, Molly. Stop fucking with niggas at your job. Stop.
So story time at my job.
No.
So story time. Random story. So I have a little brother at the job that's not black.
Okay.
So this is my actual brother. As the other nigga that I have is little brother. He's a little Spanish Puerto Rican kid, right? So he decides to fuck the front desk girl.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God. There is something wrong with that.
But no, wait.
Every day you walk into that and
No.
that's some pussy I had.
But the thing
That's
about
what
it, he
you
had
do.
a girlfriend and he was fucking the front desk girl. But the front desk.
Hold on. Does the people involved know any of that right now?
Yes. So
Okay.
the story.
I was about to say, if you're out here snitching,
Let me
I
continue.
can't condone that.
It all blew up in his face. So let me continue.
Oh,
this.
okay, go ahead.
So, people that listen to Jobbertears podcast, we're bad off subject. So, I tell him not to fuck this girl.
They don't listen.
Because you have a girlfriend, and you already having troubles with your girlfriend. But he was like, nah, B, she throw the pussy at me, so I'm going to catch it. I said, you know what? Do what you got to do.
Wish a nigga
So then,
would.
she's a dancer for a particular sports team in New York City, in the tri-state area. Okay. So nigga was getting box seats.
His girlfriend.
No,
the bitch he was fucking
the bitch
with
he was
at
fucking
the job.
So she also works for a particular sporting franchise in the tri-state area. A nigga was getting box seats every week. And you know, fresh glizzies I was eating. It's just delicious.
This nigga said fresh
Stadium
glizzies.
glizzies are good.
Stadium glizzies are delicious,
Bing
my nigga.
bong.
Bing bong glizzies is delicious.
Oh, you only understand it if you're from New York, because everybody's confused on the Bing bong move. And
I'm
you
sipping
gotta
on
be
my
here.
giant Sprite and eating on my delicious Stadium glizzies. And I'm feeling good because I got great seats.
Yeah.
So that this
nigga's living off a cheater.
This
ladies and gentlemen.
nigga wants to go off and then smash the pool girl.
Wait, so he smashed another bitch at the same job?
At the same job. And then,
What is he?
But then the thing about it, the pool girl threw the pussy at him too. She literally was like, I like your vibe. Let me go suck your dick.
Whoa.
And then,
Whoa.
but then,
Wait, the guy, what is he though? What's his background?
he's Hispanic.
Oh. Okay.
He's Puerto Rican with beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Pause.
He got long hair.
He got long hair.
These bitches is out here fucking a long-headed ass Spanish nigga.
So then, one day I'm in the office, I'm doing some admin work. He comes in. I don't know why this nigga has no shirt on. He's in a wife beater. He's just like, yo, I got my soul taken.
She sucking dick at the job?
He said the head was so amazing. He said he took my soul. He's like, I don't even want to work out right now. I feel so good.
This nigga didn't even work out. He didn't even do shit.
So, fast forward to the story. I know we got to go talk about war games and AEW, but
I got excited about your shit.
I got to share this with the Jobber Nation. Mm-hmm. So,
you got to get that a shirt for next year, by the way. Jobber Nation.
Okay.
So, he's fucking both of them. But then he's like, yo, I'm tired of the front desk girl because this new one head is fire. So I'm dropping this one. He already messed up with his girlfriend. It's all fucked up. Mind you, he's doing some nasty shit. So then...
He's fucking at work. Yeah.
He's fucking at work.
He's doing nasty shit.
But then the front desk girl finds out about the pool girl.
How?
Because she sent her minions to go find out where he was at, and he was missing on the floor. And she found him in the bathroom by the pool, heard them fucking. So then now the front desk girl's crying. Is
crazy,
crying at work. Crying at work. Her feelings are hurt. She starts putting stuff on her close friends to have herself dancing like to a Marion Icebox where my heart used to be. I'm dead ass serious. Y'all niggas think I'm joking. She's dancing in a red light, playing a Marion Icebox.
She's practicing, but yet trying to dance out her feelings.
Yes, trying to dance out her. And I felt bad too, my nigga.
Well, because you got a front row into all the fuckery.
But then I felt even more bad because I losing my box.
This nigga
seat
said my
tickets
box seats.
with my stadium glizzies and my stadium giant Sprite.
Wait,
I'm mad.
wait, hold on.
Long term. He
Hold
didn't think
on.
long term.
So wait, hold
He
on.
didn't think long term. He thought
So
short
he
term.
did. He did very short term. But
Yeah,
since
idiot.
wait, are you not cool with the front desk girl that she wouldn't give you a ticket?
She would, but I feel awkward because he's like my little brother.
Well, you didn't train little brother right.
Cause then the thing about it, I don't be asking for little brothers. He's like, you gonna be my big brother now, and I was like, what, nigga? He said, I see this relationship,
said-
cause I'm trying to look out for niggas, cause
You
I'm low key
cannot-
management.
you
So I was like, yo, I can't be doing this.
So so first things first is you have to let this nigga know stop fucking at work.
We told him that because we had to have a meeting with him at work.
Wait, y'all niggas had to have a meeting about him fucking at work?
That's on listen.
Yes,
Listen, that's
because
on him.
he's also a manager, but he's not her direct any of the direct
Oh,
managers.
okay. So well,
You don't
then
listen.
that's
That's on him.
Damn.
That's on him.
But I love him to death. But he cooled out right now. He's cooling out right now.
You got a
And
picture of him?
I'll show it later.
Okay.
I know bitches love him. He had long hair and
I'm
he
not
got
Spanish
nice
niggas
skin.
ain't my thing, so it's cool.
He got nice skin and
I'm good on
bitches
that.
love him. He looks kind of dorky. Bitches be fooled
Wait,
by
okay,
nerdy
wait.
niggas.
The front desk, nerdy niggas be on the come up, low key, and people don't realize that shit.
Shit be working for me.
Yeah, definitely does.
Shit be working for me.
Wait, so
You already
the
know.
front desk, I don't want to know.
No, streets be knowing.
The streets
But
be
the streets
knowing.
don't know.
The streets be knowing, but then you be like, nah, not really.
streets
And they
don't
be
know.
like, what?
Streets don't
Yeah,
know.
nigga,
The
yeah.
streets don't know about me.
Wait, so the front
don't know
desk
about
girl was what, a white girl?
Black girl.
What?
I'm not
I
surprised.
felt bad for her too.
Oh, shit.
I
And
felt
then the
bad for
pool girl was what?
Hispanic chick.
He went back
Wow.
with his kind.
That's what they do, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So now we can talk about war games after that obnoxious story. I feel bad for sis now. Damn.
And then I felt
But she
bad.
should have been fucking him
I
though
felt
to
bad.
begin with.
And
No,
she was young,
wait. Did
too?
she know that he had a girl?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh, so that's on her. That's
That's on
karma.
her.
Yeah, no, I don't feel
That's
bad no
on her.
more.
That's all.
He was fucking her in bathrooms too. He loved bathrooms.
Bathrooms, really?
So that I got
That's like you gotta have a really good core to fuck in the bathroom though. Like
done that before.
Seamoss.
And Seamoss. He's right.
Seamoss.
Cause so the thing is, I like tall bitches, right?
Yes.
So it's my problem is I got a tippy toe when I fuck them in the bathroom.
I'm sorry, I just visioned you.
Just
I
put-
mean,
just
not
put
naked, but I visioned you
one leg up, that's it.
tiptoeing.
No, I have to like, cause you
I
hit it from the
vision-
back, and you got tippy toe slightly. You got so you got the.
This nigga's giving a tutorial. Okay, nope.
There's
not
tricks
doing
around
that.
there.
But anyway,
You never tiptoe?
I just put one leg up.
I feel like that's a lot
you
more.
gotta slip, nigga.
That-
No,
Yo, did you not see Shane post about them socks?
Yo, we saw that Exotica.
Oh, those are real things?
Yes, they're Exotica.
Oh my God.
They had a whole booth.
Or like if you want cheaper versions, get the hospital socks.
Hospital.
Yo, hospital socks are elite.
Yeah, they got grip.
They keep you warm.
Get
They
the
have
red
a
ones,
grip.
too. Yeah.
I like the gray ones.
But war games though, because Eric just said war games. You're not gonna talk about war games. Okay, so my bad,
Sorry.
Eric. My bad, Eric Dixon, for watching.
My
Watching right
bad, Eric.
Yo, niggas-
Thanks for watching,
yo,
though.
niggas-
Sorry.
niggas love their wrestling, but okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was just more intrigued about the story, low
Yeah,
key.
facts.
But no, War Games happened this past Sunday.
now. Well, from a 1 to 10, what would you give it? Honestly,
I give it.
I thought it was an
7.5.
8.
Yeah, 7.5.
I thought it was solid.
I'll give it a 7.
So for me, and when people were once again commenting and saying things on the interwebs, I honestly challenged those people that had comments. Do you even regularly watch NXT
No, they don't.
regularly?
They don't.
Because you can tell if you really, really had a problem deep down about War Games, it just means you don't watch NXT 2.0 on a regular basis. Like it just seems like you probably watched it the week before and was like, or 2 weeks before, and they was like, oh, they rushed it, blah blah blah. Instead of there were certain matches that had long-term storytelling, like Cameron Grimes and what's his name, Duke Hudson. Their storyline has been going on for months.
Yeah.
Like months. And then what else? First of all, that Imperium versus Kyle O'Reilly in that van, whatever the fuck his name is.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Right?
Okay, let's be very straight.
Okay.
Imperium versus Kyle O'Reilly.
But Imperium
That was gonna-
gave
that was
the
gonna-
Why'd you say it
match
like that?
because it kind of was that.
Kyle O'Reilly did all the work.
Yeah, he kind of did.
All the work.
That guy kept tagging Kyle back in, and I was just like,
The
damn.
guy-
you supposed to be the hot tag, my nigga. You can't
not
just
that
hot
good.
tag and then tag in.
He's super
just
basic.
young.
He's mad young.
Mad young.
Basic, son.
He has, he has a good build, I think. And I think
His outfit is trash.
A couple niggas
it
on there
happens
have
when you're like
outfits trash.
7'2". Like
A
what
couple
the fuck
niggas
can
on there
you
is
Color
wear?
trash.
on your pants.
Well,
A couple of niggas on there's outfits trash.
Come
What's
on.
the other nigga's name?
Like who?
The nigga that was on the War Games team.
with the Nike outfit.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you talking
Trash.
about what's his name? Fuck, the one that be like beatboxing and shit. The Australian dude. What's his
Waiter,
name?
what's his name?
Whatever.
That went through the table and
Yes,
then
the nigga's outfit is trash too, my nigga.
War outfit was trash, B.
Like, all right, I know we uplifted women, but the War Games women's match was trash.
It was.
so it.
It was
So
Basuto,
my
my nigga.
thing was,
The ending was
I didn't like
mad
the
trash.
ending. I didn't like the ending
1, 2, 3.
because it wasn't realistic for me.
It
like,
wasn't,
the match
'cause
itself.
the match was trash,
no,
my nigga.
I wouldn't say the match was trash,
Okay.
but
all right.
the ending was unrealistic as fuck.
Okay, let's rewind. I'm not gonna use the word trash because I feel that's offending these people's art. I didn't like the fucking match.
That's fine.
I'll say it this way.
I don't think there was a lot of good
wasn't.
chemistry in the
It
match.
wasn't.
Yeah, because
so that's really where they went downhill with that.
So the thing with War Games, the thing with NXT, and we're seeing it now. A lot of the main event people wrestled each other. I'm talking about NXT Black and Gold.
yeah.
A lot of people on the roster wrestled each other on the indies.
Or if there was original talent, they wrestled each other since practice.
Yes. So I think what it was, we saw what it's like for new talent to finally work with each other.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that actually is when you really pull back and you go back in the history of War Games, even on WCW, and they always put random niggas that you always put the good people together and the bad people together. It wasn't always necessarily like a team. Like, I think we've gotten spoiled.
No, Grayson Waller.
Okay,
that nigga,
I
that
knew
nigga
it was
outfit
something with a
trash,
W.
B. And that shit was annoying because I don't know his name for some reason. I think this nigga,
I don't
no
know why I thought it
disrespect,
was
son.
something else.
I don't know who dresses this nigga. It needs to stop. I like great gear. But go ahead.
But no, the history of War Games, though, that you always have two teams and you always have the good guys versus the bad guys, and they're not necessarily a tag team or like a stable together for typical War Games. I think we've gotten spoiled over the past few years where Undisputed Era was the stable and was always the opposing team. Yeah. So they already had the chemistry. They already knew each other. They already knew what they couldn't do. They already had the playing field. So I think because it was a different... People don't like change. And that's just really what it is when it comes to NXT 2.0. People don't like change. People don't like new things. They get all like, why is this happening? But I enjoy shit. And then all the little storytelling in the matches itself, for me, especially the men's War Games match.
The men's War
where
Games
you
match
had
was good.
you had the Tony, you had the Tony guy and Pete Dunne, and then he stole his mouthpiece, and he was just like, he was like, I got a little trinket from, like, I like shit like that. Like, keep building upon stuff. Braun Baker, man, listen. Yeah. It's weird because when you close your eyes and hear him talk, you definitely hear his dad, but then when he gets riled up, you hear his uncle. It's weird.
Well, it's genetic.
So weird.
The dude is next up.
But I like I honestly, I was not sold on the Joe Gacy gimmick in the beginning. Was very confused. The shit that I saw on War Games, elite character development.
I've been a Joe Gacy
fan.
Down.
I love Joe Gacy from the Indies.
But like Joe Gacy again?
That's the nigga that
he was in Evolve.
He was in Evolve. He had longer hair before they cut it.
Yeah, he looks so much better now.
Was he on the War Games?
He was with with Roderick Strong.
Oh, hell,
about being inclusive, because I like the whole inclusive shit.
He's a Kevin Owens type of dude.
Yeah.
But the thing about, I've been a Joe Gacy fan for mad long.
So I like the inclusiveness.
My nipples got hard when he got signed.
And yeah, I was actually really excited for him when he got signed. But I'm
happy that they're still using him.
And they're using him in a way that's different, because you would think that the being inclusive, it would not come from him. So since it's coming from him, you're like, what is it about?
Oh, special shout out to fucking Darius Lockhart.
Yo.
Phenomenal promo, NWA.
Yeah. Nigga, promo of the year.
NWA, absolutely.
Big E even gave him a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, shout out to the iconic picture we took. Dang, some
years ago.
Him.
We'll post it again. Years ago. It was started from the bottom. Now we're here.
At now, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, I
owner,
thoroughly.
You know, your backstage announcer. You know, Darius in NWA. Savannah is in Impact. Yaya's about to be champion soon. Montana is gonna do Montana things, and it's Mr. Black
doing Mr. Black things.
Yeah.
But no. What else at War Games? I honestly I enjoyed it. I'm sorry, and I think once again,
but I can see why people don't like it though.
but for me, people don't like it because they don't really essentially like the direction NXT's going in, so they don't relate and they don't connect to it. But I always say, give it a chance, give it a shot. I'm actually glad like production wise, they were able to do the 2 rings, because that's what I was concerned about. I was like, that space is not big. How they gonna get 2 rings in it? Because if it's just 1 ring with a cage in it, it's not War Games, and y'all gotta throw that shit away.
Put less people.
Yeah.
But no, it looked about the same from when you looked at it.
So what'd you think about Dynamite?
We have War Games.
These niggas
No,
checked out.
Dynamite
Niggas
was
checked out.
no. Honestly, Dynamite was Dynamite. Like
Niggas checked out when I said Dynamite.
Dynamite.
No, you are AEW stan, and you checked out when I said. I was like, what do you think about Dynamite? She went, and then you went, oh yeah, that show.
Sorry. I feel like Rampage is becoming more of a better show. Like Dynamite's still good to me.
They have no choice,
But
my nigga.
Rampage is just like that good, like that could lethal injection real quick.
So,
but I like the story. Like, okay, for me, Dynamite
shit,
was
that
good
made me
because
laugh
it's
so
a filler
hard.
episode. Because they have to develop the next characters up.
You know what? That was the one time I will say it was genuinely a filler episode, because they are working on the next storylines going. Winter is coming. So,
week, yeah.
Yes. I just didn't like the fact that every match was like 20 niggas.
8,000 niggas in the ring. I hate that shit.
Because the thing about it,
why?
I wanted to watch all of it.
And y'all niggas do that shit on Rampage. You do that shit on Dynamite when you feeling lazy.
too much.
Stop doing that shit.
It be too
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
It'd be too much.
Shit is annoying.
Okay.
Yo, everybody know. Like, if you know me, y'all niggas know. 1 in 3 people in the ring, I check out.
I don't mind.
Check out.
I'm gonna hold you. So I woke up the next morning. I wasn't gonna see the to watch it, look at shit and stuff. And I popped when I heard that Hook got a match.
Yeah.
Facts. But
It's on Rampage.
He looking good.
So
With El Fuego.
So the thing about
Vessel.
the thing about Hook, the nigga don't say nothing.
Yeah.
But why this nigga so nice, boy? He's so charismatic. Nigga offered me chips, and I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
I felt this. Why is he so good?
Yo, people looking forward to see Hook.
Hook.
But
And that's the power
That's
of being a faction, though.
hilarious.
But the thing about it though, he ain't do nothing.
He never did nothing.
Hook never did anything, and he's so ill.
no, because sometimes he definitely has like low key assisted Will.
Yeah,
during
but he
matches.
don't do nothing.
Yo, I kind of want to see what like.
Yo.
He's wrestling
Okay,
Friday?
so I don't. Yeah,
Yes, he
it's-
wrestled Friday.
yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it. We gotta watch
On
it
the
on the phone.
phone.
I have to.
I just have to watch his match. I don't care
have
about
to.
nothing else.
Yeah, I gotta
but I
watch
need to
Hook.
see Hook
Yeah.
wrestle.
Niggas
Yeah, I gotta
invested
see
in
Hook
Hook.
wrestle. I gotta see
He
Hook.
ain't do nothing.
Yo, so let's talk about a little bit about the Dante Martin double
alright.
heel turn.
All right.
That not everybody agreed with. I don't. I would have rather seen it played out a little more.
Me too.
Not gonna hold you. It made me upset.
It's
Because he still could have eliminated. My thing was he still could have eliminated Ricky, which would have been fine. And then at the end, been on some like, you know what, my bad, bro. Like when MJF eliminated Warlord, and he was just like, my bad, like, you know, we got to keep this going. Like I would have preferred that versus. Okay, now y'all just gonna jump this nigga and that's gonna be that. What? Like
I was like,
and Taz, first of all, as much as I absolutely wish JR the best as he recovers and goes through his treatment, it is refreshing as fuck to hear Taz on commentary on Dynamite.
Taz is low-key one of the GOATs, man.
Yo, cause
he held that smack
his,
him, like him, Michael Cole held it down.
Yo, his reaction
Oh my
to
God!
Dante
Oh my God!
was
Why would
so
he do this?
real.
We're gonna fight out tomorrow on
He
Friday.
was just like, I gotta get my lawyers on this contract. I was so invested more in it because Taz was talking wild, spicy about it. But
let's go back to Hook.
no,
I'm
we've
looking forward
already
for Hook.
gone
I'm
to
looking
Hook.
for
Nigga, Hook.
Yeah.
And but what else?
Just Hook.
What else happened on time? Because after that
So-
8-man tag,
so-
I stopped.
Like I said,
So,
like I said earlier
I'm
in
gonna
the
need y'all to
show.
fill me in. Oh, isn't Cody facing Sammy Guevara for the TNT title?
You see how he teased the heel turn?
How did that happen?
He's teasing his heel turn, B.
Oh,
Nigga has no choice. Cody has no choice but to turn heel. Listen,
okay.
oh,
So
wait,
my
wait.
thing is though, is how does he do it now?
So
There's
no,
bad ways to do
no,
it.
How?
nigga, be Cody.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, he was cold and people booed him.
yes, I walk out and I'm getting booed. You over, nigga.
You over.
You got the heat.
Like-
You got the heel heat. He walks out.
He went to the heel title. Oops, my bad.
Exactly. Yes.
A reaction.
Yo, son, Cody.
This
yo,
nigga walked towards the heel tunnel and
Yo,
was like,
he's over.
"Oops."
He's over.
That's
People
funny.
think that you booing him is making him look bad. No.
making it great. Cody,
Take
yo,
that.
I don't care what nobody says.
So you think Cody's
that-
gonna take the
Cody's
title off
that
of
dude.
Sammy?
He has to. He has to.
That's
Listen.
unfortunate.
He takes the title off of Sammy. Nigga, you out of here. You out of here as heel. Off of your beloved Sammy Guevara, one of the pillars of AEW.
Or what if he does? What if he doesn't win? Well, yeah, because Brandy be with the shits. But what if he doesn't do that? What if he does the complete opposite, where Sammy does win, but then he fucking beats him up at the end of the match and still?
I don't want that.
Not the same.
Not the same.
No.
Take the title off of Sammy.
Yeah.
You kill.
But what does that do for Sammy though?
Put them in a fucking feud.
You know what I didn't like? Where the fuck was Santana at last night?
Yeah, it was weird.
That was weird. And I didn't like that.
Wait, Pride and Profit wasn't there?
So what ended up happening is that Eddie Kingston came out to fuck with 2.0, and he had like low-key knocked out Daniel Garcia. It was weird, but it was mad random. It was like boom, and then they came and jumped him, but Ortiz was with him and helping him fight off 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, but there was no Santana. So but Ortiz had the face paint on and shit. It was weird. Like I was like, what is this about? What are we doing? But
shout out to Santana.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Santana. No, and Ortiz.
I think one of the problems
LAX,
is that the politics of AEW is catching up. It is turning into like every other typical business.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to say, AEW is horrible, they have a bad thing. This is what happens.
Yeah.
The favorites get taken care of, and the least favorites don't.
Yeah.
Why is there a guy that's 0 and like 46?
Oh, homeboy
on that
the
roster.
Black dude with the braids
Yeah, when the boys posted him, I was like, first of all, who is that? Second of all, why is he 0 and 46?
Yeah, his jobbers. Yeah,
he's a jobber.
Yeah,
we need him on the show.
He's not going to join the show. I mean, we can ask.
I would ask.
Ask one of the boys if they know him.
I would ask because I'm intrigued.
But the thing is,
why?
I think that they're
why
holding
are we
up
doing
this story.
that?
Why this nigga saying that work? That's why I don't have an iPhone. But niggas can text me.
Niggas can text you on a regular phone.
They have a group chat. I don't try not to be part of that group chat at work.
I'm asleep. He's trying to avoid people. He's good for avoiding niggas. Oh, you know what I did like?
What?
On Raw, I like the fact that they opened up with the steel cage match.
Yo, can we get like? Yo,
I love the fact that they did that. No, we are not. My man is carrying Raw on his back every single week. But what was wilder, and I didn't see coming, Loki, was when Bobby came out. I was like, oh shit,
man, random.
Bobby's out here wrecking niggas. And then the promo they had in the promo they had in the back with MVP and him, and he was just like, y'all better put some respect on Bobby Lashley's name. And I was just like, oh
Bobby's
shit.
Nice.
But
Bobby's
I had
nice.
heard, I have a good friend in where does he live? Ohio, and they have a house show coming up because they do the holiday tour now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And in his city. I think he lives in Pittsburgh. So I think in his city, they're doing Biggie versus Bobby Lashley. So they are, I think, they're testing it. Which goes to me thinking, like I keep saying, Bobby Lashley's going to win the Royal Rumble. I keep trying to tell y'all niggas.
I have no problem with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I have no problem with that.
Listen,
and you
I
get
keep trying to
Biggie,
tell y'all. Because now right now you got first of all tickets to because I definitely when they announced Miz versus Edge, I was intrigued. I was like, fuck, I kind of want to go now. Them flights to Atlanta is expensive as fuck. So unless somebody want to take a van and drive down, that'll be the only way I'll be able to go. But day one, New Year's Day, WWE has their pay-per-view. Somebody asked me was we doing a viewing party, and I was like, I don't see why we wouldn't. Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't. But
we are.
But I don't see why we wouldn't. It's a Saturday night. I don't.
Saturday night. The moon is bright.
It's a new year, new day.
Right. It's TGIF.
Oh, this nigga here.
Wait. We all have a day one viewing party?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Why not, nigga? I gotta let me get the flyer.
We gotta work on this. But no, where they have they have Bekki, they have Bekki and Seth and Kevin Owens for the world title.
Is it Saturday? Oh yeah, it's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday, yeah.
All right, so I go to work.
Then they have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. I think that was the title. What title does he have?
Who?
Roman.
The Universal.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right, and then you have Miz versus Edge. And then they're doing the Arcade Bro tournament. Yo, Matt Riddle
Matt Riddle popped up on NXT on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because
He's a shaman.
He's the shaman for MSK.
MSK.
This nigga is the man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was genius though.
Their acronym is marijuana smoking kids.
Nobody knows.
We know. But and then you get the highest nigga of all
It should be RVD though.
to come. Somebody else said that it should have been RVD.
RVD should do an appearance with them. I just want. That's
Come out with them. Oh my god. Damn, RVD.
But I am sad though.
RVD, what's up with all my weed niggas, B? Always just like, always messing himself up, B. Because RVD was supposed to be the man, B. RVD was supposed to be the man, son. WWE champion, and ECW champion. RVD was supposed to be the man, son.
So speaking about the man though,
Icons.
I watched that.
so speaking about that though, because I told you how
Shout out to Teddy Hart. Man.
how me
You
and
know that,
Mikey
King.
how me
Oh,
and
he ain't
Mikey are
white. He
in
white.
like
My
the
bad.
he's in this 2001 phase. Yo, niggas was really pushing for Rhino
Yes.
back in that time, and now looking at it with a fresh set of eyes, this shit is wild. Like
Rhino's nice.
they entered Rhino in every fucking main event picture you could think of for at least a solid 8 months straight. And I
Rhino
like,
was
what?
nice.
When he first came out, like when they
When
first,
he speared Jericho through the Titan.
because I think
Niggas don't do spears like Rhino
what
did.
the other day we were watching King of the Ring 01.
Oh, let's forget.
Because that was the one where Kurt and Shane fought when Shane went through the plexic thing.
Oh,
And I was like,
classic.
oh shit. But we were watching that and they were doing the King of Ring tournament and Rhino I think it was like Rhino was in the tournament, the semifinals.
against Edge.
But it was I think it was against Christian. Okay. It was one of them. But Rhino, man, that time period, 2001.
Rhino
woo.
was nice. Don't forget, Rhino.
He definitely was in that. He
Rhino
was
was
all in that shit.
Rhino was NWA champion at one point.
Yeah, he was.
And Rhino's also the original ECW champion, the last one.
Which is good.
Yeah, and Ezekiel Jackins is the original WWE ECW champion.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
I mean, it's a lot of questions. Not
Ezekiel
enough
Jackson
answers.
was trash.
Any last things about this week in wrestling that we can think of? Say what you want. I really do like that they're letting Brock fly on his own.
Oh, I love Brock on the mic.
Yeah, I
love Brock on
love
the
the
mic.
fact that they're giving Brock
Like
that
people
opportunity
forget,
to
Brock
let him
used to be on the
fly.
mic when he was
And he sucked though.
back in the day. Like he was doing
didn't
Brock
really
stuff.
suck,
He wasn't
though.
good.
No, listen. Brock
You
right
can't
now,
compare, like Brock level was not Paul
right?
Heyman,
No.
but he
Brock
wasn't trash.
right now, he's only do 80% of the stuff that he used to do back in the day.
No, and that's
Brock
why.
back in the day was a monster. The Brock lock. Oh
But
man,
Brock
that nigga's-
didn't-
Woo!
but I like the
Had
fact-
him dangling in the air.
But I
Come
like
on.
the fact that
The shooting
I
star
feel
press?
like that he almost died.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they're kind of building Brock in a different light. Like the babyface Brock run
Yeah.
right now is like,
But who's
real.
after Brock?
what do you mean?
Who's after Brock for Roman?
Okay.
Do you think
I was
Brock?
having a
Do you
conversation
think
with
Brock
somebody.
is gonna win though?
No.
Really?
I had a conversation with somebody about this.
Why?
You know, shout out to Dwayne. Before you answer that, you're right. Who is next after Brock? Because everybody is getting released, and who are they building up?
Nobody.
Like who else? Jeff Hardy left. That could have been like a good filler match.
It's gonna be McIntyre. Watch.
Oh no.
Who else?
So you don't think Brock's gonna win at day one?
And okay, if he does,
Really?
if he does win, they're gonna run it back. And then after that,
They'll
program's
run it.
done-
They'll run it back to Rumble.
Of course, but after that program, who's next? Drew. Then after that, who's next?
Did
I
he
wouldn't
break
do Drew.
Brock's record yet?
I don't know. I don't keep count of those things.
Because if he broke Brock's record, then I'll say that he loses to Brock at day
Yo,
one.
to everybody who's watching this, did Roman break Brock's record? Someone's gonna answer this.
No, I don't know. I know he's like 400, like past 400 days. That part I know, but I don't keep track of that shit. I'm surprised you don't. You don't think Brock's gonna win?
Unless he broke Brock's
Yeah.
record already, he passed it.
No
Then that's
one's
the way-
You don't think Paul gonna double turn?
like he did to Big Show, like how that he betrayed Brock back in the day for Big Show. Again, if he beats Brock record, there's no point in keeping the title. There's no point.
There's no point in keeping it out. That's when I say that.
Yeah.
Because you want to make so Brock is your biggest baby face needs to be the number one person with the modern day record. That's the only way I
But
see.
he's not a babyface though, so him.
Your biggest whatever. Your biggest star.
I was gonna say 'cause if we're going on babyface route,
Yeah, at this point, Roman
Leave.
Roman needs to lose it.
He's past
because
that.
Let me ask you a question too. Him versus Rock. What's next after?
Well, the point of, I think, if they do Rock versus Roman is to solidify his legacy. I don't think there's a move forward past it. I don't think there's like a collect $200 type of thing like Monopoly. I think it's more or less like it gives him the stamp of approval type of thing. No because think of it like it can be.
No, because you holding up.
But think of it. No, and I get it because it goes back to when Rock won the title from Punk, and I didn't agree with that.
Makes no sense.
I get that point.
You don't need no title.
But it goes back to think about, in all honesty, think about Hogan and Rock.
That don't need no title though.
But I'm just saying, think of be in that kind of realm of if we ever get Rock versus Roman, that'll be why, because it'll be more of a family oriented storyline, and it'll be like a more respect, and it'll be more of that stamp of approval that Roman's probably been low key looking for forever in a day, but won't admit it.
Fine. If Brock wins, right? Okay. If Brock wins, Bobby Lashley should win the Rumble and go against Brock at WrestleMania.
So
right?
That's
right.
That's what I think.
Brock wins?
No, Brock should win against Roman and go against Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania.
Damn.
But then Bobby's on Raw.
Yeah. But Bobby could challenge anybody if he wins the Rumble. So that point becomes irrelevant.
So what do you do with Roman?
He go to Raw.
No, I wouldn't do that, but I don't know what you would do with Roman. Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck.
Unless Roman steps away after he loses.
He should, for a while.
Shit. Wait, is Brock still a free agent?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so then that's a game changer in itself. If Brock's a free agent, then that changes the cards. Because then he doesn't, then it doesn't matter what, it doesn't, actually, Brock becomes an irrelevant variable in it because Bobby could still...
So this is how I'm booking.
Nah, but if they go on Bobby and Big E level,
so this is how I'm booking it.
I would rather
this
that.
How I'm booking
not
it.
gonna hold
This is
you.
how I'm booking it. Okay. Bobby shows up at day 1.
Yeah.
Causes Brock the title. Royal Rumble, Brock versus Bobby.
No,
Bobby got to be in the Rumble.
That's for WrestleMania,
Bobby gotta be in the Rumble.
dogs.
No, or
2 nights.
Or
you gotta sell
no.
it this year.
Okay, no. Okay, wait, I'm gonna hit y'all with this.
What do you do with Roman?
No, I don't. Listen, Roman's to the side right now.
Yeah.
What? Look at it like this. If they did it this way, they had Bobby win the Rumble. You get to Mania. You get Big E versus Bobby. Bobby takes the title. Bobby takes the title. Somehow between that and then, Brock gets the title. They both hold it until Survivor Series next year, to then where they can go brand versus brand, and it gives them the opportunity to do Bobby versus Brock, and it doesn't have to be a title. It doesn't have to be. It's for bragging rights.
So what happens with Roman?
I don't know because I don't care.
So basically, simple.
Period.
Royal Rumble story.
Listen, I'm excited for Rumble. That's
like
all
Bobby
I'm focused on because I'm
Brock
going.
Lesnar the chance at the championship because you want to get Roman. Boom. Bobby versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania.
What would you want to do? What is there next for Roman?
Nigga, I don't know, but
no, not that.
But you can't take
Jesus. I would take Drew if Drew turned heel.
Merch.
Okay,
so my thing is this: who can you go against?
Drew.
And
with the fucking fake ass sword and shit. No.
Yo, there's not that much people on the.
First of all, if he went against Drew, I would just sit there and be like,
Seth?
"Oh, Sethy."
Yes, Seth.
Seth.
So you know what? That's the only way we do Seth versus Roman
at WrestleMania.
Yes.
They're on 2 different brands, y'all.
He wins Royal Rumble.
And then
you're giving Rumble to Seth?
Yeah. The ultimate heel.
And then he takes the title off of Roman.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah. But it makes
sense. The Brotherhood?
Come on.
Yeah,
that is true. That is.
I mean, you know what? That's
so
okay.
To Bobby Lashley
because then you can still. Well, no, but see, I don't know about that. But then you can still do Bobby versus Big E though. That's okay. But if you went the Seth route,
you need to sell the 2 nights. It's big. So you need Brock versus Bobby Lashley.
What's someone right now on the roster that Brock can go against that would pop outside of Roman and Bobby and Big E? Who is someone that Brock can?
Nobody, nigga.
Nobody.
Oh, what about Miz?
Brock and Miz, nigga, who cares?
No one cares about that.
Nobody gives a fuck. I love Miz, but nobody cares about Miz versus
Okay,
Brock.
what else? But think about it.
Who's left?
Nobody's
Nobody's left in WWE.
Go.
What? Brock versus Braun Breaker? That would be a good match.
Oh shit! That would be
a good match.
I fucking die.
Braun Breaker versus Brock?
I'm just saying.
I would die.
That's a great way to get. There you go.
I don't know. Well, to be continued. All right. Any last words before we do sign off? That's just interesting as fuck. Oh, the wonderful world of wrestling. They also, last but not least, they did announce Revolution, which is the first top of the year pay-per-view for AEW. Will be in Orlando, Florida. The same weekend as the big event here, which is interesting. The first weekend of March, I think, what was that? March 5th. And I think tickets are going to sell shortly. And then they're back in New York for the first AEW Dynamite in Jersey. And then what other things are going on? Day 1 is in Atlanta. Rumble's in St. Louis. If you are going to Rumble, let me know personally. I'm there. We're going to do a whole little meetup there in St. Louis. And then after that would be the road to WrestleMania. Jesus, it all restarts. If not next week, before the end of the year, we're going to give our top matches, MVPs, most improved. We're going to go down the list for 2021 and see let's recap 2021. So we will do that in an episode within the next 2 weeks. Next week we will be recording on Monday night. So you can watch Raw and then watch Raw, watch us on your phone. We have a special guest Monday night, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, we're all set.
That's it.
Once again, shout outs to We Are Wrestling. Peter Rosado will be there, Richfield Park tomorrow night, sponsoring once again Savannah Evans versus Jordan Blade. And also our sponsor athlete is Yaya, the gifted one, the first and only, as he likes to say. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page at the Jobbertears Podcast. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. We thank everyone that has listened and contributed to all the viewership we had on Spotify. We are being listened to in 10 different countries. I would love to know what countries, but thank you to every single person that has listened to us, whether you're here in the States or internationally. We appreciate you guys so much for tuning in every week with us. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag We Are Out. Toodles.
Time is over, got the hands in motion. If you go a rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.